Around 12:45 p.m., I had 3 sunny side up eggs that Mom made for me. And around 6 p.m., I had some steak and shrimp that Mom cooked for me. She spent some time today rolling up coins. She says that she rolled up if I recall, it was around $140 worth of coins. Which is hard to believe from the looks of it right now. Although there does seem to be plenty of quarters, so it seems to be pretty believable. If I recall, for the shrimp, she put on some fresh squeezed lemon juice. And maybe some pepper. And for the steak, I believe she also put on some pepper for her steak. And then for mine, she also put on some chipotle steak spice. According to my recollection. I recall getting up around 11:30 p.m. today. I spent the early afternoon working on the bottom half of the back of Aaron Rodgers' jersey. Although, actually, I recall doing that during the first hours of today, and then some of those hours too. And in the late afternoon / early evening, I worked on the top half of Aaron Rodgers, the back of his jersey. Including doing my best to draw Rodgers in the same text of his actual jersey, and then the larger 12, a 1 and then a 2, all while also trying to keep it all centered. I also did some more work on the 99th Dan Hamming episode. Still working on that new broken window glass frame custom prop. Only this time it involved efforts in Vyond, both in Vyond Studio and then in Lunapic and then in Vyond Studio again. To make the new broken glass window frame prop look the same as the very next scene, which is meant to serve as a reference and shows the old broken glass window frame custom prop. That I originally made in Lunapic and then Vyond Studio. It came from Vyond Studio, I edited it in Lunapic, then I imported it into Vyond Studio. My current efforts throughout the day have involved me using an interior convenience store template and essentially moving stuff around, primarily moving the props that make up that template, making slight adjustments on the y-axis, aka either making slight adjustments either up or down, primarily on this prop, after I initially, during the first hours of today or so, moved everything up in order to expand the interior view of the convenience store to fit the larger view into the interior created by Dan Hemming, clearing away most of the broken glass, presumably with the butt of one of his rifles. I worked on the back of the Aaron Rodgers jersey over a course of hours as I completed tasks in Queensblade Limit Break, of which I currently have nothing to do until 11 in the morning the next day. And whenever I can, I complete task sets for the ongoing Autumn Zodiac episodic event, in Elvenar. I would like to get this daily exclusive. All while maximizing my chances of getting all of the being able to fully evolve the evolvable building, which is this one right here. I'm going to do that by picking whichever star orb gives me the most stars for most stardust for the least keys. Basically, whichever of these has the lowest key cost per star orb, stardust. Throughout the day, I recall that it was partially cloudy. It being pretty sunny. But obviously, since we're in the late summer and getting closer towards the fall, it's getting cooler. And thus not really ideal for going in the swimming pool. I can't help but feel that I played Bloons Tower Defense 6 a lot today. Yeah, I end up using a large part of it has to do because I use monkey money on continues so that the attempted game, usually a monkey teams mode, on whichever intermediate map has a monkey teams option on it. I typically try using Soda these days. I use the continues instead of resetting, so the attempt doesn't count against like games played / games won percentage. And then I play more games at times in an attempt to win some of that monkey money back, for which I have some success. And deep down, I know that if I just keep doing all of the daily challenges, then generally speaking, the amount of monkey money I have should continue to steadily increase. Especially as Ninja Kiwi keeps releasing new maps for Bloons Tower Defense 6. Now, I typically don't take Bloons Tower Defense 6 very seriously. Same for Elvenar. I might take, these days, Queen's Blade Limit Break a little more seriously because of all of the PvP events they have and all the rewards you can get from those events, but drawing on polystyrene with Sharpie markers is what I'm really interested in. The main appeal for this game seems to be seeing my city evolve over time. I think I've been playing this game for a year, maybe 2. The only other game I played as long may have been Iron Rage. And I seldomly visit that game anymore because they switched to a standalone launcher. Because I visit rarely, I pretty much have to enter a password, randomly generated password and username every time I log in. And that's stored as a picture. That I have to search in order to find. I used to play Stronghold Kingdoms, but I quit that game. I used to play Vast Wars, but I quit that game. I used to play Crossout, War Thunder, World of Tanks. I quit those games. I used to play Game of Thrones, the GT arcade version, but I quit that game. I quit Lineage 2. I quit Forge of Empires. I quit Crossout. Arcane Showdown. They shut that game down. I used to play Ram Pressure, but I quit that game. I used to play Star Colony, but I quit that game. And for all the games that I quit, I just got sick of doing the same things over and over again in those games. All of these MMO games, in a sort of way, can kind of be broken down as doing the same things over and over again. Some set of tasks every single day. And at any given time, I only played somewhere between just 1 and 4 different games, swapping between each one. So every game that I said I quit, I didn't at one point play all of those different games. It's better to try and focus your attention into just as few games as possible so that because you can only do so much in a given day.